Hello, everybody, this is Purge, and I'm going to talk to you guys about Crystal Maiden today. Look, I know I just uploaded a Crystal Maiden 5 game the other day that was really fun, where my opponents were incredibly dumpstered by me. And then I thought, you know what? I think you guys want to see that again. So this time I'm going to do replay commentary. The last time I uploaded it because, from the VOD, because I just thought it was a really fun game to play, and I assumed it was going to feel the same to watch it. But now that I have a second one that's kind of similar, I thought it would be worthwhile to do replay commentary to talk about the little nuance of the hero, because I do feel like this is one of my better heroes. Alright, number one. While laning, Crystal Maiden is a very low HP hero. She has very low armor, and she has atrocious movement speed. Her damage is not very good either. So what does that tell you? That means that there is something about her that is good. Almost always, that's the case. What's good about her is that she gets survivability from her abilities. Crystal Nova lowers attack speed by 30. If you're lowering their attack speed, it's equivalent to having armor, basically. So your survivability comes from their attack speed being lower, and now you giving a barrier to yourself and your allies. So you're giving yourself HP, and you're lowering their attack speed, which means that your HP lasts longer. So that's the first part. You can also stop them from attacking with Frostbite. Obviously, this all costs a lot of mana. But those are the basics of the thing. The other thing is that Crystal Nova is a big AoE ability, so watch how I use it here. Watch this range creep. Boom. I guarantee a range creep, and I'm also nuking 2 heroes. So I'm spending 115 mana to do 220 magic damage. Okay, so those are the basic principles of the hero that make it good. And the other thing about it is that you kind of need raw mana, basically, and mana regen to make sure that you have the spells to be able to do these things. That's why I really like starting with a magic stick, and why this is a hero that I like buying Mango on as well. Because I just feel like I need it to ensure that I can do the spam that I want. I'm mixture to blocking their camp. His movements made it very obvious that he did a sentry, so I'm going to go deward that. And then I'm going to bring extra regen here. I tried to use that Nova there, I think, to get a last hit on a range creep, but unfortunately I missed, so I actually kind of wasted my mana for nothing. And then because I have all this mana, I decided, you know what, I'm going to buy a bunch of Clarity Potions, because Clarities are really, really good on CM because of her innate. She gets 25% more mana regen. So Clarities are 25% better on her than on other heroes. And since because I'm already pretty much out of my mana already, I thought getting an Arcane Aura here at 2 makes the most sense. And usually as a support, this is pretty normal to do, because you just don't have that much mana. It's also very important that when I trade with this guy, that I Nova myself and him, because that's going to give me a barrier of 80. That's why he's running away when I use it, because he knows that I've got HP, and there's no point in him trading. So I'm just going to focus on this. And now I'm going to use a Clarity to basically fully heal myself. I'm going to pull this as soon as I can to get some creep through. I don't know if that's going to kill the range creep or not, but we'll see. And then I'm going to resume trading with the Hoodwink, so that's mostly a 1v1 here for my opponents. And if I could use my nuke there, I would have. Keep popping tangos to heal. It looks like they did kill the range creep, which is great. Block large camp again. I don't want him to deny this, so I went for a nuke. But maybe I shouldn't have, because then I got that one denied. And I also pushed the wave a little bit, which isn't great. Here's last hits and denies. I'm up to 5 now. I'm going to resume pulling. Again, wish it wasn't this creep, but it is. I'm going to stay and get the experience this time. I picked up Frostbite because Frostbite will give me a second nuke here. Give me the ability to kill some heroes. However, unfortunately, this is the same time October decided to fight this guy. Double nuke. Just worth doing. Block again. I could use Clarity here. Gives me 10 mana, which is great. Per second. Nuke for range creep. Keep him in place as long as possible. This does 150 damage. My Clarity kept going, by the way. That shit felt good. I have to Nova to guarantee that one. Into denies. He still can't pull. I got boots now. My camp is spawned now, so I'm going to do side pulls. Very normal stuff here. So when you're doing the pull, make sure that when this ability hits you, it makes an AoE. So as soon as this hits me, it creates a circle around me like this. And any creeps that are in this AoE are going to get aggroed. So that's why I always stand to the left or in front of the creep wave. Because I don't want to pull all the creeps. I managed to pull 3 of them here, which isn't necessarily ideal. Especially because this guy didn't go to half HP. But usually the ghost camp will kill quite a few of these guys. And because we're pushing under the tower, what I'm going to do is make sure that I sit back. I Nova to get the last hit and the Madstone. And harass. Skill build here, you might be a little unsure which way to go. I decided to use Nova there. I messed up getting the one last hit, but I got another Madstone, which is great for me. I personally like maxing Crystal Nova first when I play Crystal Maiden, because it makes Glacial Guard better, number 1. That is your facet, of course. Gives you 60 extra HP per time that you use it on yourself. And then the other cool thing about it is that the cooldown goes down, which is really nice. I guess it does as well for Frostbite. Most pro players, when they play Crystal Maiden, and I feel like I haven't seen Crystal Maiden be popular in a long time. In pro scene, people don't pick her. But pros will usually max out Frostbite when they play her because the cooldown, the uptime goes really good. It becomes 3 seconds of root out of 6-second cooldown. Nova on 2, of course. Frostbite follow-up. I was really slow there. I should have Nova'd faster. His heal was very helpful, of course. But it should not have been that close. I've got Tranquil Boots now, so that means I don't need to use Tangos on myself. I can just give them to the Kez. And now my game is kind of unlocked. I TP'd here to try to help with this Wisdom Shrine, but unfortunately I was too late. Which really wasn't that big of a deal, because I'm level 5. As long as you're a part of kills, you're going to do pretty well on Golden Experience. I feel like they had a ward or something. They did. They had one here, so they saw me walking up. Where exactly did they put the courier? Because I struggled to find it here. Oh, they just walked back with it. I thought he was going to a more elaborate place, but... Anyways, I went looking for it. I could not find it. I made sure to dodge the creep wave. I find out where it is by looking at where my creep wave is on the other side. So if my creep wave is here, theirs is here, for example. Then I found this bounty rune, and then we decided to pressure top, so I swung back towards the top lane. I messed that one up a little bit. I should have used the Frostbite earlier, I think. But it did work out. Usually the way that I like to do it is I wait to use Frostbite until after the slow of Crystal Nova. The slow lasts for 4 seconds, so if I'm applying movement slow for 4 seconds, but during that 4 seconds I use Frostbite, it's kind of redundant. Because he's going to be able to get... Like they're layering the disable, right? If it doesn't matter if he's slowed movement speed, if he's also rooted at the exact same time. So I like to wait until Crystal Nova's over to use Frostbite. With that said, though, he'd used Shield a little bit earlier, and the cooldown's only like 6 seconds, 8 seconds. So I might have been better off just casting Frostbite early to dump the damage in. That might have been a better play. I'm gonna Frostbite him, and when he shields off the Frostbite, what I want to do is cast Crystal Nova afterwards. Probably. And I'm pretty happy to nuke this guy. He's level 6 right now, but he doesn't have any regen items. And this is pretty normal for Abaddons, is that they use Aphotic Shield to protect themselves. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use Nova to get last hits while pumping my Clarity. And then I'm going to try to harass him when his shield runs out. I don't really want to nuke him when this is up, but when it goes away, I'm going to nuke him again. Shield pops. I Nova him. He gets attack speed reduced. He's going to want a shield, and when he does, I just walk away. I'm forcing him to spend mana, and he's losing HP regen, basically. Which doesn't feel all that bad to me. However, there is a Pugna over there, and Pugna's going to be able to give him a lot of raw HP, so maybe it just doesn't work out so well. But we decided to work on the Ancients. I used ulti, because ulti's going to help clear these a lot faster. Once it gets to here, I'm going to stop, because I don't want to steal all the gold. Part of it is getting experience, but part of it is also getting the gold. But in that case, I got a lot of those last hits. I'm up to 26 last hits now. But it's better for us to do that together, because to be honest, Freezing Field is one of the most underwhelming ultis in the game, and it's kind of been like that for a really long time. It's just difficult to cast this thing. You basically need to stand very close to your opponents to do more damage, and then you need to channel it, and you can't get stunned or silenced or anything. So it's very easy for it to not work out. Lyrical missing his jump. unfortunately. Forced us to use a little bit more to get that kill, unfortunately. Didn't quite have enough to cast another spell. This is the Invoker Helm, which is legitimately such a good item on the hero. HP regen, 6 armor. He's got good strength gain, 2.5. So like this item is just perfect on the hero. I'm gonna poke this a little bit just in case he goes for the rune. Ends up not being there. I got extra movement speed, which is really nice. And then my first item that I usually like building is Pavis, and the reason is because I can give people HP with Crystal Nova. Pavis lets me give another person HP with Crystal Nova, or with Pavis, or I can do both on the same target when they're dying. I decided to deny this. This is probably a mistake because it would attack like 2 or 3 more times. But all right, 12 minutes in. Let's take a look at my net worth. It is markedly higher than my enemy supports. That's partially because I've accidentally stolen a lot of creeps, but I'm going to go stack Ancients now. Here's my Pavis. That's 250 HP that I can put on any teammate, including myself. We're talking about getting a kill over here, but this is really hard to do because we wanted to catch him with Call. They did catch him with Call, but I think I needed to be here for this to work out. If I'm like over here while we do this initiation and I cast like Freezing Field in melee range, there's maybe a chance this works out. But I was asking for it. Using Wand there was not worth it. I was going to die. A waste. Ben got a really good kill there. I didn't see how that one happened actually. Was this ulti cooldown? Oh, it was. He just simply killed him. At 7, I picked up 2 points in Arcane Aura. I just did this because my allies got mana drained at like that exact same moment, so I thought it would be useful maybe to give them more mana, but at this point I'm at 50% mana regen amp, so any mana regen items that you buy in this hero are just going to be really, really good. And I was slightly worried about them pushing, so I decided to Nova there. Kind of bad to Frostbite level 1 against creeps right now. It doesn't last extra anymore, because they just count as creeps, or heroes, I believe. Deals 4 times damage on non-nature creeps. So the duration is the same, but it does 4 times the damage. So at level 1 it does 150 damage. Times 4 would be 600, so by level 4 it's doing like 1200 damage basically. And I'm just sitting here next to Nyx because I'm worried about him getting gone on. And as soon as Merlin ATPs, it's worth it for me to be here for this fight. He very clearly, they have vision on him, so I need to get over here, try to save him. I'm looking at my cast range basically, because I want to Nova all of them and give Merlin health. There's the health I've given him. Unfortunately, he just ends up dying still. I'm going to Pavis October here. I wanted to wait for Nova to Nova first before I ultied. And I did like decent damage, but at this point it's not going to hit him. Luckily he does end up dying. Hard fight though. I think I should have probably just pressed my ulti a little bit earlier maybe. Would have given us a better chance of winning the fight, I think. It does do a lot of movement slow, 40%. So once you start hitting people with this thing, they can't really get away very quickly. He dodged the stun. That was really nice with his invis. He gets a kill there. He found a little hoodwink, and rather than TPing, I'm just going to walk to the mid lane because I don't really need to be there. I've lost some of my gold advantage in this time period, but that's okay. So my goal here is just to finish my shard, because shard completely changes how this hero works. I'm sure you guys figured that out a little bit watching my previous game if you watched it. But my 100% goal is to be able to one-shot creep waves and neutral camps, pretty much. I'm always down to nuke this guy. It's kind of weird. Got the shard coming. The only downside right now is that it's based on your frostbite, and my frostbite only has 1 point because I got 3 points in arcane aura. I just felt like this game I needed more arcane aura because of the EMP invoker. He's draining my allies, so if I can give my allies more mana regen, that's a really good thing. So right now it's permanent 0.8, but it's up to 2.4 when they're close to me. So I don't know, the extra mana is just going to be helpful for everybody. It's like everyone has an extra Sage's Mask, pretty much. Wasn't sure how to help him out here without stealing his last hit, so. And I do need to go put wards down in kind of places where I expect my opponents to be. This is an... Is it an ancient camp? Oh, it's still early. So yeah, I'm basically doing AoE Frostbite for 150 mana. We did kill the Venge. Got stunned from the side. Dominant Curio Mystical is really good. The mana regen gets amplified, so instead of 0.8, it's 1.2 mana. Very good stuff. Oh, he just respawned.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Seems kind of dangerous. Now he gets to cast spells again. Like, the Venge has been alive for so long. It must have been so fun to have his Axe there. I'm going to start leveling up Frostbite all the way. Just got 2 quick points here, which is really nice for damage with Shard. Most Crystal Maidens get 200 health at 10. It's very, very normal to do this because you need the raw HP. But the problem is that for me... I really needed Frostbite leveled up now with Shard, so I felt like it was justified to get more points, but most of the times, if I'm at all worried about dying, I get health. Little Solar Crest here to give him some nice movement speed. I'm just over here doing some dumb stuff. I was like, I'll jump down here and TP, and then I saw the Abaddon, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna die. But then the Abaddon ran away, so I was like, okay, cool, I can actually live here. So I just love Solar Crest on CM. Gives me raw HP, or raw mana, is the most important thing it gives you, actually. Gives you raw mana, gives you 4 armor, which is nice. Gives you health, movement speed, literally all things you want. And you can use it to protect one of your teammates. All good stuff. And if there's a dangerous lane like this, I am not above taking it. Because if they come gank me, I'm still a 5. Like, it's not that big of a deal. He shields, I protect myself. I Solar Crest, I get HP, I juke a little bit. Get some separation here.
Dire's cloak has been killed.
Some damage, damn. See what I mean, though? I got Brawny here with my enchantment. I got passive burn through with my upgrade, which is really effective. Trying to help him as best as I can. Oh, he's gonna get exploded. This Nether Ward is really annoying. I'm trying to Nova as much as I can, and I'm hitting people, but like they're just surviving, man. My mana's so low. My AoE root's gonna pop here pretty good. Oh, it took so much to kill him, and that was just his illusion. I got 242 gold out of that, which wasn't that bad. Got 1800 gold now. So I'm going to decide what to buy next. And now I said earlier that this video was very similar to the last one I played it. And the thing to remember is that CM works really effectively if your opponents don't have good dive. That's basically it. if your opponents can't dive very well, what ends up happening is that you get to sit in the back and you get to cast spells a lot, like what I just did. It's kind of the nature of both of our lineups a little bit. We have much better dive though, obviously. But if they can't get to me and they can't kill me, then I get to sit in the back and I get to cast Crystal Nova every 8 seconds. And I'm slowing their attack speed by 75 for 50% of the time. So it's effectively like I'm just lowering their attack speed and their movement speed. We thought maybe they're going Tormentor, but then we thought they weren't there yet. So we thought we'd go for it. I should have just channeled an ulti, I think. I ended up dying too. That was really bad play by us. So if they can't get to our backline to kill me, and we can't get to their backline to kill them very easily, then the game becomes a little bit more of a stalemate. But those kind of long fights are just really, really good for Crystal Maiden, because their abilities are so low cooldown, 6 seconds, 8 seconds. There's very few heroes that have such spammable abilities. And yes, your third skill is just giving you mana, but like, who cares? 3 mana per second, mana for my whole teammates. I got Crystal Clone, which is another nuke. So, I just feel good at fighting. And normally I pair Solar Crest with Glimmer Cape. I think by far that's the safest thing to do. But this game I decided to go for a drum because I was thinking about EMP again. And if there's an EMP, being able to give my teammates movement speed is really, really good. I also had a lot of wards here, so I wanted to get Observer wards down in a place to spot enemy movements to make it easier for us to take fights. So this is how I spent a little bit of my time here. And of course, whenever I can, I will be Crystal Cloning waves, creep waves, and others. 10-second cooldown, whole wave dies. So good. And I'm getting 11 mana per second, 12 mana per second. This is an ancient camp, by the way, so it won't die instantly. But if this costs me 150 mana over 10 seconds, and I'm getting 12 mana per second, that basically means that it costs me almost no mana. I'm losing like 40 mana, 50 mana to cast my spells. I could take 10% more damage here, which would increase like my Nova damage and my Frostbite damage. But the problem is that Syrian Signet's probably just better. Because every time that I use Nova, it's going to do this extra 93 damage. 93 damage is going to be more than the 10% I would get out of Crystal Nova, which again is 26 damage. So I'd rather get Syrian Signet here, especially when it's upgraded by the Unleashed. And I also got cast range, which is really good on this hero. Wasted a little bit of mana here, unfortunately, to kill that creep. But lower max mana is not that bad on CM in this case. If you have a Solar Crest, it's really not that bad. In most circumstances, max mana is a really big deal in this hero because your ulti mana cost is really, really high. So Keen-Eyed, great. Cast range, mana regen, which ends up being better than 1.5. I'm getting out of here because they were running for me. They killed my sentry, or I lost vision or something. It's a nice root just now. My mana's really low though. That part of this fight I don't like. We're kind of like pinging a little bit here. Got hit by that tornado. This illusion's kind of messing me up. I'm really limited on mana too. Nice heals. Into the Frostbite, into the kill. Really good fight for us. I ended up doing... Can't be right. There's no fucking way I only did 359 damage. It's not possible. I casted Nova 5 times. I mean, I did a lot of like defensive Novas to give armor. Maybe I was nuking illusions a lot. I'm surprised. Anyways, I got 400 gold out of that one. Got a whole creep wave. It's beautiful. And now I'm buying Aetherlands because I feel pretty able to sit back. I did a slightly greedy thing with Boots of Bearing. I would say moderately greedy. I just want to like Nova the Avenge as much as I can. Because he's doing a lot of right-click damage. I think he was going for a butterfly eventually. Manta, Dragonlance, Ags, like... He's hitting quite hard, Soul Strike. Normally, instead of Boots of Bearing, it should be Glimmer Cape. Pop my drum here so we could run away. But it doesn't look like that, necessarily.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, he blinked away, I didn't realize.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Using the last inches of my mana here. I know this is the real guy. I'm gonna nuke him here so that he's slowed. Gets into the battle late.
Tower is under attack.
Make that mana go further.
Just so low on mana. I nuked to give Merlini HP. Goes away though. Now they're chasing me. Kills me with the burning damage, unfortunately. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about that one.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
So they're kind of winning team fights here. It's difficult for us to get kills right now. And my mana is being stretched to the limit a little bit. I'm casting spells, but they're not necessarily the most effective, you know? I'm not necessarily hitting, like, every hero with Crystal Nova. I'm hitting, like, occasional heroes with Crystal Nova. I have, like, no observer wards on the enemy side of the map anymore, too. Spent all this time killing creeps that I'm not contributing to my team not dying. It's kind of a dangerous place to be, but if I just walk in the creep wave briefly and kill it, it's not the worst. Spread these out a little bit for vision. I wanted to run this one over here just in case it would look like I was going for something over there. But I probably sent the illusion and I never looked another time.
Radiant's top tower
Makes it kind
is
of bad.
under
We're trying to
attack.
play for our wisdom rune. Used my Boots of Bearing here. Orchid almost kills me. One thing that's really cool is Boots of Bearing keeps regenerating you even if you're taking damage. I was really worried about those illusions killing me. Just constantly nuking, basically. Okay, looks like we got them all. Is this guy still alive? Okay, I think we did kill it. Very scary. We almost lost that fight, and I was certainly almost the first one that exploded for nothing. The Orchid on Abaddon is pretty scary because it means I can't defend myself with Crystal Clone, Frostbite, Nova. I'm basically reliant entirely on either Solar Crest or Boots of Bearing. Which is okay, but it's not great, is the problem. Part of the reason I attack this, by the way, is because I want these to die before I'm out of experience range. Helps you get your levels a little bit better. In fact, if we look at my levels, I'm level 20. I guess we're all pretty much 20, but still. Like, sometimes this one of them aggroes to you and gets out of the range as well as the other problem. I picked up 225 attack speed at level 20, which I was a little unsure about. I usually go the freezing field damage, but I just knew that, like, I don't really have a lot of opportunities to use freezing field this game. It's not like there's, like, one big oomph that ends the fight. There's a lot of save on the dire side between Pugna Heal and the Abaddon Shield and the Venge Swap. So, like, I just don't feel safe casting this spell. So I just can't justify increasing that damage by 50, which frankly isn't even that much anyways. So I went 225 attack speed, and I think it was a really, really good choice. One thing that I underestimated when I took it, really good against Pugna Ward. If I get on top of the Pugna Ward, I can beat that thing. Also makes it good for me to hit Ancient Creeps. Like, I can actually kill Ancient Creeps with this. Whereas before, I just can't do that. Here's my Boots of Bearing, giving me unlimited movement speed. This is their real hero, by the way. Spooky. I've got Ghost Scepter now. I knew they were in Roche Pit, so I'm going to Nova it, so we know, and they know that we know.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I think I got exploded. I was thinking about ulting here because I was high ground and they weren't. Unfortunately, I walked to low ground just barely. That was really bad by me. As a result, I die. Seems to be having trouble against the Avenge and the Abaddon. He can't necessarily get low and pop his ulti because it won't necessarily like finish off the Abaddon. That was a good fight by them. Guy did 6k damage, 3 orchids. It's cooldown on this, 18. A lot of orchids. But it was definitely a big mistake for me to walk low ground on Freezing Field. I just wanted to get a little bit closer, but when I did it, I just made it easy for them. I've got Magnifying Monocle for cast range. Dazoon Bloodright's kind of good because it would make my Nova and my Freezing Field radius bigger. But I ended up getting Timeless, which is quite good too. Disable Duration is really, really good on Crystal Maiden. And you might think it's just Frostbite. It's not. It's also Nova Slow. So the Nova Slow is going to last for an extra 8%. So that's it's basically, instead of 4.4, it's a little bit lower than that. It's going to be like 4.35 or something. I Ghost Sceptered, so his second Cold Snap won't hit me. And I just want to make sure that these creeps are dead because it's going to stop them from pushing the tier 2. So I'm going to endanger myself slightly. I also upgraded to E-Blade really early, which is certainly dangerous. It basically saves item slots. It does give you some extra stats. Like +3, but it's not really worth like rushing or anything like that. Once he shields himself, I'm going to hit him with a spell. I'm going to Frostbite him again. That's his ulti, by the way. Gabba caught the backline, which is great. Check out this Plague Ward, or whatever, Nether Ward. Killed that thing. So easy. Ends up dying still. E-Blade there on Axe to stop the Bloodthorn from working. Frostbite here, going to be into pop. That's 2 nukes. This is the moment that I realized I had fucked up. He's going to blink on me. I got a lot done, but not everything, unfortunately. I thought we were going to win that fight, to be honest. October's shredding the Invoker, though. Which is good. And we eventually kill the Abaddon. This is their illusion, so just stops them from farming here. Okay. Fight recap. It says I did 2,300 damage. I did 9 Novas, 2 Crystal Clones, 6 Frostbites. My job is basically just to like disable their annoying heroes and don't let them hit my teammates. So I want to basically mess with the Abaddon. Like, I don't care that I don't do that much damage. I am a utility support. I do moderate damage with lots of utility. That's my goal. So I just need to stay alive and continue buffing my teammates. And again, normally I have a Glimmer Cape here, which is going to mean that I take less magic damage, and I can give one of my teammates like another 375 HP. But it's not always going to be like that. Warding on this cliff spot. We'll be playing this area in case we retreat into this area. Give him a Clarity Potion here. Frostbite here. October already taking some damage. I'm going to Nova my team here. Good for raw HP. Solar Crest on myself here. I was so sure that I was going to die that I was very confused the when I did not. A little more HP for Gabba. Ooh. Nice heals by Merlini. Luckily I got to the high ground when I did that. That was a bad E-Blade. Should have saved it. I think this guy used Yules on himself. Yeah, he did. And a little Nova for Gabba. Give him a little bit more HP. And we decided to stay because Kez bought back. Because that guy's dead for a while, so we can definitely hit buildings. A lot of crazy fights, frankly. I just needed to, like, sit back and barely survive 85 times. Like, this was actually kind of wild, how much regen it gives you. And all these times that I'm dying that I can just stay alive, you know? We're calling that one. This helps, though. Helps you get away from the slow. That ward feels pretty underwhelming with that ward, with that tower there, huh? Decided to E-Blade to save myself like 200 health. Then we said, wait, Venge is alive, guys. Then we decided to leave. Did we get the range breaks at least? Oh, no, we didn't. It's a bummer. Well, I got 25, though, at 46 minutes. That part's good, right? And I got the Crystal Nova damage. You might think this is a bit weird, but I don't have crazy cast range right now, so casting Frostbite is a little bit meh. Because the cast range is not very high. Running back across the map to my teammates here. He's kind of scared to kill the Venge because he's just going to respawn, but look at that. Isn't that beautiful? 560 AoE damage on a 3.5 second cooldown because I got the cooldown at 15. Isn't that really cool? It's like a level 1 Finger of Death in an AoE. Isn't that just so cool? Should have really done that a lot earlier. Oh, he's dead as fuck from the Bloodthorn, for sure. And all of a sudden, watch how fast I died. This thing right here is, it was hard to see it earlier. I couldn't see it, but like I took all this damage from his ulti. He got the chop. Then he got the kill back. He got 1,800 gold from this. I guess we're really far ahead. Very good for Venge, who's just constantly hitting creeps and heroes. Everybody died. Yeah, I was so late on the Bloodthorn. I really needed a Bloodthorn really earlier. I was queuing up Hex because Hex is a great item on CM because you lack Disable. It's like one way that pros sometimes build her when they do play her. Snake King has played her before, hits a lot of creeps, and eventually ends up getting just a lot of... I got way closer here than I expected to. But yeah, he gets a Hex so that he actually has Disable, and it helps transition your hero into one that actually does damage. We're waiting for his respawn there. Nice Frostbite hit on the back lane. Unfortunately, he has no regen, so he has to leave. Well, we have killed their hero, which is good. Solar Crest wand. Yeah, I'm very dead, unfortunately. 2 buybacks. Ooh, I don't know about this. This felt very throwy. That axe on 3 was crazy. Oh, he blinked also. We gotta see that again. Just insane jump by Lyrical, to be honest. Yeah, that was sick. Let me be honest. He survives. He almost couldn't chop up in time. Gabba did 8,000 damage in that fight. He threw a high 5. I didn't know they put that in there. Good to know, good to know. He took this for level 30.
Dire's structures are fortified.
You got Berserker's Call AoE. Battle Hunger Armor. I always take Battle Hunger Armor Multiplier, honestly.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
He's got like 20 armor here. Could have done an extra 20 damage per second from Battle Hunger. I guess maybe it's not that crazy. Anyways, M-Dog is pushing mid.
Dire's middle tower
Because he is a tower pusher, of course, with his Meteor Hammer. I don't know about this one, I'm gonna be real. Okay, it worked really well.
Dire's middle barracks
Team is diving. Kind of a crazy way, to be honest.
Dire's middle tower
I feel like I remember this moment, and the game felt like, oh, we're definitely gonna win. And then all of a sudden, it was like this. Here's our axe certainly dying. Giving another 1,800 gold. That's a dieback, by the way. Then we have to retreat. Like, I feel like we could have just taken Rex there.
tower is under attack.
But instead, we're over there fucking around in the fountain, you know? Anyways, I'm doing what I do best, which is push catapults with my attack speed. And nuking creep waves. Oh, I forgot to talk about my tenant talent. 200 health is almost certainly better, but I like occasionally grabbing 12 int if I feel like my survivability is okay. Because 12 int is going to increase my mana pool, my mana regen. By a little bit, but mostly my mana pool. It's like 100 and some mana. So that part's kind of good of it, but usually you should get 200 health. But if you don't, then when you come around to level 27 and you got 200 health coming, that feels good, I gotta say. Even though my health is kind of good where it is. And the crazy thing about Hex, actually, if you get it on this hero, is that this is like 15 mana per second. So now I'm at 46 mana per second. I can basically do whatever I want in terms of spell casting. And there ain't much that's going to change about it. Now they are taking Roche, which means it is time for me to push a side lane.
Are scanning.
And I don't necessarily have to be the one hitting the tower,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
but I'm certainly going to kill any creeps that spawn, because I don't want them to prevent my creeps from killing buildings. So they can do that. I'm going to put a little ward down in this area of the map. That's where our last Rax is. That's where we're going to be playing. And it's very important, something I haven't talked about yet. Using Nova does not reveal where you are. It's a ground targeted ability. If you use Frostbite, which targets somebody directly, it always reveals who casts that spell on you. But if you use Nova, they don't necessarily know where I am. So I usually want to stay far away, where my opponents aren't going to know where I am, and I want to keep casting this thing every 3.5 seconds. Because I want to keep slowing their movement speed and dealing damage. So that's my plan. I eventually did buy Glimmer Cape because I was like, alright, this is crazy. I should have bought this thing a long time ago. Because I wanted the magic resistance. I was taking almost all magic damage this game. And I wanted to be able to give HP to my team. I maybe shouldn't have done that. That revealed where I was. But I wanted one more gold. Here's the 200 health talent. I'm going to do this because it will pop when they respawn.
Are scanning.
I think. Maybe it blocked the respawn. Maybe it counted as a hero. I'm here to help with the Roshaning. I mean, Tormentoring. So I gave one to October. Life steals 100% from the Impale. If the Impale comes from behind the target, target is stunned. Full stack amount bursts. Okay, interesting. Anyways, I got a Hex. Hex, very good item. Have I used it yet? No. Nope. But I plan to, eventually. Have I just not been in a fight since I got this? I feel like I've had it for forever. I maybe just haven't noticed it. Need to put down sentry pairs. feel like we see this, this guy should just hex, to be honest. I'm gonna frostbite him over there. There's max movement speed for everybody. Unless you get... I glimmered myself. Oh, he looks dead as fuck. Oh, damn, he didn't do it in time. He goes on me. He shields. I frostbite him. Let me use Hex there. More HP for Gabba. More HP for Gabba. More HP for Gabba. Ooh, that's the worst. That's actually kind of funny. I got swapped, but then he killed my thing right away. I decided to channel my ulti because I was in the middle of him, so I might as well. Then I get magic missiled. Ethereal. Max movement speed. Giving armor to him. Oh, I needed to leave a long time ago. Eventually I will die. I don't think I did a very good job in that last bit of fight, but... And then we have a lot of dead heroes, and they're pushing Iraq, so I decided to buy back, because I think my gold is least important at this point. And our whole plan is basically just to slow them down here. So I'm just going to like disable the guy that has the most DPS, which is probably a Abaddon here. We managed to kill the Venge Illusion for free, which is good. Then we realized this guy's out of mana, which means I can basically just use my spell whenever I want. And I can just do this, basically. And I will Nova him again. And I'll Hex him. Felt very nice. He got the AoE mana drain, is what happened. Mind Flare radius, and he has 80 agility, actually, which is crazy. He's got tons of damage. Kill whole creep wave. Felt so good to kill their heroes. I did use buyback though, so I gotta be careful. Confused. What did he do? Oh, he blinked away? Okay. Maybe I protected him with a shield or something? Because he looked dead. Yeah, he did get blinked. He did blink. He used that. Used that. I used Glimmer on him. Okay. I saved his life, actually. Because he was taking damage, but my Glimmer blocked it, so it doesn't count as him taking damage, so he's able to blink. I was very confused. I'm going to Nova him again, because I don't want him to be able to blink. Nova, Nova, Nova. Got caught on that one. Nova, of course. Single Nova, creep waves die. Found Avenge over here. Trying to put HP on him. I gotta kill the healing, or the, like, whatever it's called, Nether Ward. There we go. Just my movement speed from my little booties. Which feel very nice. Every fight is just crazy, though. It's like they're just, the fights don't stop. I decided to steal this from my opponents, which gives me freezing field damage. Frostbite cast range is up too, which is great. I'm level 29 because I'm not dying in these fights. That felt really nice. Got 60-minute items now. And by God, I wanted mine. Should go down here to the Ancients, to be honest. Put way too many wards down there. Having the attack speed is so much better, I feel like, than the freezing field damage. Just being able to kill Ancients and catapults, towers, Raxes, all that shit matters. Alright. Oh, I forgot to show you my choices. Fallen Sky, that's a Blink Dagger. Spider Legs is okay. Movement Speed. Magnifying Monocle is a tier 4. This would give me slow resistance, which is actually quite good, because if I'm at the back of the fight and Abba goes on me by himself, then I'm getting a lot of slow resistance. I'd have 80% slow resistance, so he wouldn't really be able to kill me very easily. And then it would give me 10% status resistance. However, like a free Blink Dagger is just too good to pass up. 40 int, not needed. 20 base attack damage, 15 status resistance, fine, but not that good. And then I could get 40 health restoration, base attack time int reduction. If I was a core, obviously this is very good. The health restoration BAT reduction is good, but cooldown reduction is by far my best option here. But if I wasn't taking that one, I would take the status resistance, which is fine. But still, Blink Dagger and 15% cooldown reduction on my already low cooldown spells, it's great. 5.1 second frostbite cooldown. My hex is now 17 seconds. Just good. I lost some of my disable duration, but I would argue that cooldown reduction is better because it means I'm going to be able to be hexing, using Solar Crest more often, Glimmer Cape more often, that kind of stuff. And now we just look for an angle here. Merlini got a solo kill, which is good. I don't even know how he did that Conda, I guess. I don't know. I'm not afraid to kill one of these guys. However, I am afraid getting found by Invoker. In fact, he's probably looking for me. No, he wasn't. Or was he? Oh, he's microing. I see. He was looking for my wards and stuff. That's why I didn't put any wards up there, is because I knew his Necro was going to find it. So I'm just going to put it on a slightly different place. In the meantime, my team takes Roshan. We're completing cheese. Map controlling. I realized like I should just buy a fucking gem. This game is like way too late into the game to not have guaranteed ward dewards, because I was kind of struggling to kill their wards from here on. So why not have a gem? Nova wave, they don't know where I am. I'm gonna take this. This almost gives me level 30. I'm gonna hex this guy. I'm gonna Glimmer because he probably doesn't have detection. Nova here. Frostbite here. Hex again. Should be moving my control a little bit more, or camera more, but that was really good. That's Dead Venge. I'm just gonna do, I was doing a quick ward check over here. I'm going to use my Fallen Sky on the tower, because I'd like to kill that first. Because obviously we're going to pressure the racks here, and I could have used it here, but I'd rather have these creeps just be on the tower. This guy went on me. Watch what I do. I simply used a Scythe of Vice. Isn't that great? Lyrical pulls me away. I'm boosted away, full movement speed. I use Glimmer Cape. And now I just have to nuke this guy. There's a Nova. He uses Frostbite, and I Aphotic Shield. I'm Frostbiting after that, but he presses BKB. Very good for him, obviously. I'm going to E-Blade Merlini so he can't die. His BKB is almost gone. Now it's gone. He just used his shield. Tried to land my stun, but I missed him. Oh, I have Ags. I forgot about that. And then I just went in there. Here's my boots. They'll let me run in. My teammates are all dying to that meteor. Very strong meteor.
Dire's ancient is under attack. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Radiant.
And then we won. Anyways, I had a lot of fun this game. Hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. If you can play CM in a game like this where your opponents have bad jump, it is so fun to play. She's so fun to play. You just sit away with your cast range and you poke them and you poke them and you poke them. And that's how it all works out. It's really fun. So thanks everybody for watching. I'm going to quickly show damage breakdown. Okay, a simple Dota restart and we get the breakdown. So I did 23,000 Nova damage, which is a lot, obviously. Did a lot of that damage to the Abaddon because he was the guy I was fighting most of the time, him and Venge. those were their frontliners. I was basically never on the back line. Hard for me to get to the back line. I'm basically trying to disrupt and stop Abba from killing any of my teammates that are remotely near me. I didn't even do a single point ulti damage to the Pugna, for example. I didn't attack Invoker a single time. Like, very clear how separated the fights were. And that was about it. Mostly just Novas. Obviously Frostbites too, but because they're dispelled so often by the Abaddon, it was hard for me to do a lot of damage with it, which is part of the reason, like, an Axe build is probably not that good anyways, but killed heroes, killed creeps. Killed creeps, killed heroes. Ugh. Sorry for the yawning. Anyways, that was fun. I did 37k damage, which is pretty solid for a CM. Had a lot of disable duration. Resist a lot of damage. Helped my teammates resist damage. Felt good. I had 48 assists. Good time. Alright, thanks for watching. Goodbye.